Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Weiss 2020 golf ball lineup. Now Weiss is a German golf ball brand that likes to do things a little bit differently. They've been making some pretty big waves over the last few years thanks to their direct-to-consumer model, and that they offer the golf balls at such low prices while still promising fantastic performance. The question is, do they live up to that promise of fantastic all-round performance? Well, in this video I'm going to try and give you a better insight into all 5 models that we have this year. We have the Pro Plus, the Pro, Pro Soft, Tour and Drive models, give you a good idea of which one might be the best fit for your game, who they're aimed at in terms of ability, club head speed, and importantly, let you know how they perform. I tested them using my SkyTrack earlier on today, and I've also taken them out in the golf course quite a lot over the last few weeks, just to really get a good idea of how Weiss stacks up against some other, mainstays of the golf ball market. First off though, before I run into all that, if you're new to our YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button below, give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Now the first thing worth mentioning is of course the price. It is one of, if not the biggest draw of purchasing some Weiss golf balls. For the 3 Pro models we're looking at £2.09 per golf ball, £1.39 for the Tour and £0.99 for the Drive. If you're buying 5 dozen or more of an individual model though, that price will come down a little bit. And Weiss say that because of their direct-to-consumer model, not going into traditional retail stores or pro shops, not having any tour players and having to pay sponsorship money, they're able to pass these savings on to you. And yeah, they are very cheap, but the thing is, Weiss promise really great all-round performance from each of these golf balls. They say they will stack up against the industry's big guns. So what's new for this 2020 lineup? Well, first off we'll look at the Pro Plus. It's their 4-piece construction that they say is tailored towards the high swing speeds, people who can really get the ball motoring. It's 4-piece construction. They've made the inner core larger and also increased the compression, which they say is going to offer greater distance but also lower spin. They've fiddled with the outer mantle to again help give you more consistent spin rates, and the urethane cover, it's a soft cast urethane cover that's going to deliver, they say, that tour level performance in and around the greens. Great stopping power. One of the big things though with these new additions for all 3 of the Pro models is the fact that they say they've increased the durability by 25%. Now that was one of the biggest drawbacks of Weiss golf balls in the past. I picked up on it, I think a lot of other people did. Although you were paying less for these golf balls, they weren't lasting quite as long as something else like a Pro V1, a Chrome Soft, a TP5. The durability just wasn't there. However, Weiss say with 25% more durability, it's going to last as long as the other golf balls out there. Now, along with the improved durability, we have a new alignment system. They're calling it their Keep in Line alignment stamp, or KILL for short. And yeah, this is just a handy wee alignment tool that I think looks great on the greens. It's very bold, that black line just stands out. So that's what's new with the Pro Plus. With the Pro and Pro Soft, pretty much similar stories. We've had some adjustments to try and give you more distance, more stable spin rates, lower spin with the longer irons, and your mid irons to give you some added distance, greater durability. So the Pro Plus, it's aimed really at fast swing speeds, people with high club head speeds. The Pro, it's sitting in the middle, it's a 3-piece construction. It's going to feel a little bit softer and probably suit more of you out there. It's going to really cater for a wide range of golfers. And then the Pro Soft, it's the softest, funnily enough, of the 3 Pro models. And it's really tailored a wee bit more towards slower swing speeds, or those of you who really prioritise soft feel. Across those 3 Pro models, there's something for everyone. Whether you are swinging, with my kind of club head speed about 110 and up with the driver, Pro Plus, that's going to suit me on paper. The Pro, as I say, really a wide range of golfers. Then the Pro Soft, slower swing speeds and really prioritises that soft feel. Now on to the other 2 models, the Tour and the Drive. The Tour, it's a 3-piece construction with a sirloin cover, so it's not going to offer quite the greenside control or spin of the Pro models, but it's going to be quite a good all-rounder. They say they've changed the materials within the core and the mantle, those first 2 layers, to try and boost your distance off the tee, really help you with the driver, increase ball speed, and also they've adjusted the dimple pattern just to make it really good in the wind and also give you the kind of trajectory you want to see. So it's a little bit of an all-rounder. It's got a thin sirloin cover, so it's going to offer decent greenside control. It's designed to give you plenty of distance, nice stable spin rates with irons, so it's really a bit of an all-rounder that's not going to offer quite as much as the Pro models. Then the Drive, the cheapest of all 5. It's their out and out distance ball. They've lowered the compression quite significantly within the core to really make this thing feel super soft at impact, but they've changed the dimple pattern to try and get you more distance, try and keep the ball in there longer. And yeah, this is just, it's a cheap, fantastic option, 99 pence per golf ball, a little bit cheaper if you're buying 5 dozen, if you're stocking up for the year. And yeah, it's just something that I think is great for beginners, really high handicappers, those of you who are prone to losing quite a lot of golf balls during a round. It's a really fantastic option because it's just, it's what a golf ball in that kind of market should be. It's long, it's really soft feeling, and just gives you confidence to really get some added distance off the tee. So those are the 5 models there. I think this year, what I have, the wee variety pack, it's a fantastic little thing for you to buy if you're not too sure which one might be right for you. Just having all 5 models there to test for yourself, see which one you like the feel, the performance of the best. So if you're interested in what Vice golf ball might be right for you, I wholeheartedly suggest getting this variety pack because I think it's a cool wee pack, just giving you a good idea of how each of these 5 differ. So that's something there. Next thing is, so that's all the tech chat, that's everything that Vice say is new with these golf balls, but how did they perform? First off, I'll talk you through the numbers I got with my SkyTrack, and then I'll tell you how I got on out in the golf course. First off, I'll flash up the 7-iron numbers, and yeah, not really surprising to see some of the differences here. On paper, the Pro Plus is the one for me. It's 4-piece construction, urethane cover. The fact that it's tailored towards higher swing speeds means that it should be the one that I would put in play. And looking at those numbers, that's what I normally expect to see from a premium tour quality golf ball. 18.6 launch, just over 6,000 spin for an average carry of 175. Those are my kind of numbers, absolutely ideal. As we then work our way down the line, we see the spin rates dropping kind of progressively as we get a little bit lower, all the way down to the drive, which is at 5,290 spin. Ball speed's roughly about the same. In carry distances, just slight differences, getting a little bit more from the drive and tour models. These are more distance orientated golf balls, so not really surprising. But for me, I would go for the Pro Plus. It's the one that suits me best, but some of you might find that you get more distance with your irons from the Pro or Pro Soft. If you're looking for that premium urethane cover golf ball, the fact that they are launching a little bit higher and spinning lower means that you might get a little bit more distance with your irons. So one to bear in mind. And again, that's just another reason why I think that variety pack is a good purchase. You'll be able to see which one suits you the best. Now, if you look at the numbers with my 54 degree, I'm trying to hit this shot 110 yards, going full out with my sand wedge. Again, you'll see that all the golf balls are pretty much doing as they should. The Pro Plus, 27.2 launch, almost at 10,500 spin, carrying that 110 mark, peak height 28. It's what I want from a premium tour quality golf ball. It's delivering the kind of numbers that I really want to feel like I've got maximum control coming into the greens. And then again, as we work our way down the lineup, you see the spin rates dropping a little bit, some differences in the launch angle, but they're all doing as they should, as they say on the tin. With the drive, lowest spin, but also launching nice and high. So it's just you can see from that peak height that it's going to come in nice and soft. Even though it's a distance golf ball, it will offer some control. But really good separation across that 5-strong lineup. And yeah, just, the Pro Plus again, proving to be the one for me. But there are some differences there that might make the Pro Soft Tour Drive the one for you. So some good differences there. Then we go on to the driver. And again, what I expect to see, I was getting most distance from the Pro Plus, just thanks to the fact that it was the low spinning with the driver, but also launching nice and high. Ball speed's really good with that kind of club head speed, 111 for 162. Average carry 276, average total 299, so just shy of 300 yards, ideal. The Pro, doing similar things, spinning a little bit more with the driver. Pro Soft spinning a little bit more again. So we're just sacrificing a little bit of distance for me. But you might find with your swing speed that one will deliver better distance, better performance for you. Losing a little bit of ball speed with the Tour and the drive models, maybe not that surprising to see. But yeah, all pretty good all-round performance. Those numbers, there's nothing there that makes me think this golf ball isn't doing what a premium, a golf ball that you would be spending top dollar for. It's doing everything that a premium tour quality golf ball should with those Pro models. And then we get to the Tour and Drive, mid-price point and that distance category. They're all doing as they should. Those numbers are really solid across the board. The big test, however, is out on the golf course. For me, the big test was the level of durability on offer. Now, in my opinion, it's the one thing that really held Vice golf balls back in the past. Although you're paying less money to get a dozen golf balls, they weren't lasting as long, so it was kind of a trade-off. Was it worthwhile, going online, getting these golf balls if they weren't going to last as long as something you could pick up out the pro shop? Thankfully, with these 2020 editions, I am noticing improvements in that durability. It is stacking up to what Vice are saying about that 25% increase in durability. So I've got a Pro Plus here that I've used for about a round and a half, about 27 holes, and as you can see on the hole, it's held up pretty well. Couple of decent scuffs from when I've been in a bunker, but really for that amount of golf, this is what I would expect to see of any golf ball, any normal golf ball with a soft urethane cover. It's held up quite well. That will still perform nicely for me, and that's the big thing for me. You're now getting them at that lower price that Vice are so popular for, but you've got the durability on offer, so it really is win-win, and that for me is the biggest thing. As the numbers showed, the performance was there. Around the greens, these golf balls feel nice and soft, especially those pro models. Plenty of stopping power, plenty of check, when you're trying to get up and down, plenty of control when you've got a wedge in your hand trying to attack that pin. Off the tee, distance was absolutely fantastic, ball flight was good, they hold up pretty well in the wind. I think there's nothing standing out that makes me say this is any less of a product than something else you would pay maybe a wee bit more money for. So they are fantastic golf balls in my opinion. The only question is the consistency on offer. How good will these hold up, batch after batch, box after box. I think that's the only thing, not having, I've played a few rounds with them, but not playing round after round. Is it a golf ball I would play? Is it something I would put in my bag? Possibly, but for me personally, I just don't know that Vice is quite there. They're still a young company, they're still in their infancy almost, they're getting much better, the golf balls are much better, but for me personally, I would probably stick with something a wee bit more in the mainstream for now. But there's no doubt that with 2020, we're seeing some big improvements. Another big draw with these golf balls is of course the fact that Vice like to do things a little bit differently. They do have coloured options. Here I have the Pro Soft Coral Edition. These look really cool. They have neon coloured golf balls, matte coloured golf balls on offer. They have a whole range of accessories now as well, which are also at a nice low price point. So it's a German golf ball brand that likes to do things a little bit differently. However, they're not doing these golf balls too differently because they are offering the kind of performance you would expect. But the fact that you're paying so little money for them, they're a really big draw, and one's worth checking out for yourself, because I think you'd be interested to see whether you can be convinced to game these Vice balls on a more regular basis. Now, if you have any questions about the Vice golf balls I've talked to you about today, then just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and thank you very much for watching.